Swifties around the world are buzzing with anticipation. And honestly, who can blame them? The Eras tour may have wrapped up less than a year ago, but fans are already desperate to know what's next. Taylor Swift just dropped her bombshell 12 studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. And the question on everyone's mind is burning hotter than a wildest dreams fever dream. Will there be a tour? And if there is, what could it possibly look like after the absolute phenomenon that was the Eras tour? Before we dive into all the juicy speculation, theories, and industry insider whispers, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you're as obsessed with Taylor Swift news as we are, and drop a comment letting me know what you think about these touring rumors. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we've uncovered about Taylor's potential next move. The Life of a Showgirl isn't just another Taylor Swift album. It's a deeply personal reflection of one of the most extraordinary periods in her career. Swift announced this album in the most unexpected way possible during an appearance on her boyfriend Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights. Can we talk about how casually iconic that announcement was? Here's Taylor, probably sitting in some cozy podcast studio, just dropping major music news like she's discussing weekend plans. During that conversation, she revealed something absolutely fascinating about the creative process behind this album. She explained that The Life of a Showgirl draws directly from her experiences during the record-breaking Eras tour, but not in the way you might expect. This isn't an album about the stadiums, the screaming crowds, or the elaborate stage productions. Instead, Taylor described it as being about what was happening behind the scenes, in her inner life, during what she called the most infectiously joyful, wild, and dramatic period of her existence. She talked about how the tour filled her with this incredible effervescence, this bubbling energy that was so exuberant and electric and vibrant that it just had to spill over into her music. She even confirmed what fans suspected, that this album is packed with absolute bangers. The connection between the tour and the album creates this beautiful full-circle moment, where performances that touched millions of fans worldwide have now inspired the songs that could potentially be performed for millions more. But here's where things get really interesting, and frankly, a little frustrating for fans who are already planning their tour outfits. Taylor Swift hasn't announced any concrete details about touring plans tied to The Life of a Showgirl. Now, before you start panicking, this actually isn't unusual. Industry experts point out that the average time between an album release and a tour announcement is typically around 22 days. Since The Life of a Showgirl dropped on October 3rd, we're still well within that normal window. But knowing Taylor Swift, she could surprise us at literally any moment with an announcement that breaks the internet. What's really captured fans' imaginations, though, is the speculation about what form this potential tour might take. Given the absolutely massive scale and cultural impact of the Eras tour, many industry insiders believe that Taylor might be looking for something completely different this time around. The Eras tour was a marathon, a career-spanning epic that took her around the world multiple times and redefined what a concert tour could be. Following that up with something similar would be almost impossible, both logistically and creatively. This is where one particular fan theory has taken social media by storm, and honestly, it's so perfectly Taylor Swift that it almost feels inevitable. Fans are speculating that instead of embarking on another massive world tour, Taylor might set up a residency at the Las Vegas Sphere. If you're not familiar with the Sphere, picture this: a completely immersive venue with a 160,000 square foot wraparound LED display that literally surrounds the entire audience. Acts like U2 and the Backstreet Boys have already used this space to create experiences that are more like entering another dimension than attending a traditional concert. One fan perfectly captured the excitement around this theory on social media, writing, "What if instead of a tour, she sets up a Vegas residency at the Sphere and makes us come to her this time? It would certainly fit the theme of the new album, The Life of Showgirl. The connection to the album title is almost too perfect to ignore. Vegas has always been synonymous with showgirls, with performers who create magic night after night in one spectacular location. For an album inspired by the behind-the-scenes life of a touring performer, what could be more fitting than a residency that celebrates that exact lifestyle?" The speculation got even more intense when industry sources began dropping hints that seemed to support this theory. One insider revealed that Taylor's team has been discussing Vegas performances in private conversations for months. They mentioned a specific dinner meeting in Nashville with other music managers, where Vegas residency opportunities were apparently on the table. The source emphasized how unique the Sphere is from a production perspective, suggesting that fans would be absolutely mesmerized to see how Taylor Swift could potentially utilize such an innovative venue. Think about the possibilities for a moment. Taylor Swift, known for her incredibly detailed and narrative-driven stage productions, working with technology that could literally transport audiences into the worlds of her songs. The Sphere's wraparound display could show forests during folklore songs, neon cityscapes for 1989 tracks, or create entirely new visual landscapes for the life of showgirl material. The intimacy of a residency format would also allow for more experimental performances, deeper album cuts, and the kind of storytelling that Taylor Swift does better than anyone else in the music industry. But just when fans were getting their hopes up and probably already booking Vegas hotel rooms, reality came crashing down. Puck News reached out to representatives at the Sphere for comment, and the response was pretty definitive. A venue representative stated, "While we love and respect Taylor Swift, we are not in conversations with her team about a residency at Sphere." This official denial sent shockwaves to the fan community and left many wondering if the insider reports were simply wishful thinking, or if there's more to the story than what's being publicly acknowledged. Of course, anyone who's followed Taylor Swift's career knows that official denials don't always tell the whole story. This is the same artist who spent months denying she was re-recording her albums before surprising everyone with Fearless Taylor's version. She's mastered the art of keeping her plans secret until she's ready for the big reveal. It's entirely possible that preliminary conversations have happened, or that her team is exploring multiple options without committing to anything specific yet. The timing aspect is also crucial to consider. We're still very early in the life of a showgirl era. Taylor typically takes her time to let albums breathe and develop their own identity before announcing touring plans. She's probably watching how fans respond to different tracks, seeing which songs emerge as favorites, and crafting a potential setlist that would do justice to both the new material and her incredible catalog. Industry experts suggest that if Taylor does announce touring plans, they'll likely come sometime in late October or November, fitting that typical 22-day window after album release. But with Taylor Swift, predicting timing is almost impossible. She could drop a surprise announcement on a random Tuesday afternoon, or she could wait until a significant date that holds special meaning for her and her fans. What we do know is that whatever Taylor Swift decides to do next, it's going to be spectacular. Whether the traditional world tour, a Vegas residency, or something completely unexpected that no one has even thought of yet, she'll find a way to exceed expectations and create experiences that fans will treasure forever. The life of a showgirl has already proven to be an incredible artistic achievement, and any live performances tied to this era are sure to be equally extraordinary. So what do you think, Swifties? Are you hoping for another massive world tour, or does the idea of a Vegas Sphere residency have you completely sold? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Taylor Swift news and speculation. Make sure you have notifications turned on, because when Taylor does make her announcement, you'll want to be among the first to know. Until next time, keep theorizing, keep streaming the life of a showgirl, and remember that in the Taylor Swift universe, anything is possible.